Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. This is XXX Deadhead and this is my new Super Mario intro. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's always nice to be able to save the princess and maybe defeat Bowser before every motovlog. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out here. But here, let's go ahead and get the video started. So in this video, I am joined by my subscriber Rob. And he sent me a message a while back asking if we wanted to go on a ride up to Mount Hamilton, and here we are, looking at the views and enjoying the cold weather. It was about 38 degrees, quite wet, quite twisty roads, you know, muddy. It was very fun. It was a very awesome day. Got up to the observatory and checked that out. But I mean, look at this area; it's beautiful. But right up here on our way back down, we got below the fog line and we decided to check out my new Christmas present. And that's kind of the purpose of this video today. So this is my DJI Phantom 3 Professional. And my wife was a complete badass and bought me this for my Christmas present. And greatest Christmas present ever, other than getting my motorcycle several years ago, and getting a yes when I proposed to my wife. But this is third best Christmas present ever. But yeah, this is an amazing tool. I don't say toy, even though it kind of feels like it. It brings out that immature, fun, childish experience of having a remote controlled vehicle. I never really had anything like that as a kid. So I really enjoy that aspect of this DJI Phantom. But in reality, this is a camera on wings. It's the Red Bull of cameras. It shoots up to, on the professional version that I have, it shoots up to 4K 30 frames a second. Right now I'm filming at 1080p 30 frames, or 60 frames per second, sorry. And look at that road. It's such a, you know, you get a unique perspective of the area that you're in. You know, riding these roads on my motorcycle, and there's a deer right over there. Riding these roads on my motorcycle, I would never know that I'm in this like Lord of the Rings type of, you know, atmosphere. It's just, it blew me away to look at this footage and just realize just how beautiful the surrounding areas are. It's really cool. The biggest disadvantage to having the DJI is transporting it and setting it up and the production side of things. I mean, it's one thing to stop. I mean, I love filming, so this to me is fun. But you know, I have to set everything up, and there's a lot of worry there. This is not an inexpensive item, so you know, a lot of things can go wrong, and I say that that's a disadvantage. It's also part of the fun. It's kind of an adrenaline thing to pull this thing out and just to be flying it around. It's great fun. But figuring out how to incorporate this into my channel, that'll be a challenge of sorts, one that I'm very hopeful to really discover and to understand. This device definitely takes some skill and some wisdom on how to fly it, and so you definitely have to get out there and practice. This is my first real flight out in the country, away from suburbia and away from you know, just being able to, a bit more free, being able to really kind of get out there and fly it around. So that was really cool to be able to do this. My favorite thing about this quadcopter is the simplicity of it all. It's just graceful. It's so simple, and it just does what you tell it to do, and it doesn't do anything else. There's no surprises. I have had a few moments where I have come close to crashing it, so it's, you know, and that's all my fault. It's all my own error. And hello. Yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, you just have to be mindful of how you're flying it and just take it nice and slow, and you'll be fine. I mean, I say I've come close to crashing it, but in reality, I have not. So I really like this shot right here. It was really cool. I can't wait to do something like that with a motorcycle cruising by. And we were gonna do more, but we had already been up on this mountain for so long, and we were freezing cold. I had not had breakfast. I had not had lunch, and it was ended up being like 3:30 by the time we even got some food in our bellies. So it was kind of a matter of like, okay, let's film, let's shoot with this. Okay, that was really cool. I'm freezing. Let's go home. So we only did this one little, flight, this test flight. But I can't wait for future projects, being able to hit up 3 or 4 different locations and kind of tie things in. Again, I talked about the disadvantages with my channel. I am going to have to figure out how to incorporate this footage. And so I may very well be looking at an hour or an hour, 20 minutes of shooting with the DJI, setting it up and all that, only to use maybe 5 seconds worth of footage. And we'll see. I mean, let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see with this DJI as we move forward with my channel. I plan on doing maybe more commercial things with it. My test rides and such. I can kind of highlight the bikes better and really highlight the environments that I'm riding in. And I think that'll be really cool. So I'm really excited about everything about this. It's just this whole device, this whole flying camera, this Red Bull of cameras, because it's got wings, it's inspirational, and it gives me a lot of hope towards the future. And I look back at like my Yosemite videos and my Utah videos, and all I can think is, man, it would have been so cool to have a device like this while cruising the amazing scenery of Utah and Yosemite. And I've got my future road trip planned out, or getting started to be planned out, and for here in 2016 in July. And so I'm excited about being able to bring this DJI with me. Now, one thing to note is that you do have to register all of the UAVs, the UAS vehicles, at least the ones that are over a certain weight. You'll have to look on, check it out yourself. But a DJI, you're gonna have to register. It costs like $5. They refund the money. You have to re-register it every 3 years. I guess the biggest, saddest disappointment out of all of this is that I can't film inside of a national park. And I love national parks. I respect them, and I respect protecting the wildlife and keeping the people safe. But it's sad to know that somebody like myself, who's so mindful of things like that I can't fly within a national park. So as you can see here, I'm just really testing out. The whole point of all my flights lately have been about testing out different shots, different panning skills, just developing skills with the camera and with the quadcopter, and kind of being, working in unison with those two things. I have color corrected the shots here. This one's slowed down to 30 frames a second right now, and this is where I actually realized, oh crap, there's some cars coming, I got to get out of here. And it was a little bit of a panic, like this potentially could have been a crash moment, but successfully diverted, if you will. I was able to get out of that situation and not hit that tree on my way out. Again, the device is just so simple, and on the remote control itself, you have control over the gimbal going up and down, as you saw there. It's amazing. It's just such for the money, it's just such a well-built device, and really top of the line for value purposes and usage purposes. This device really just can't be beat currently in the market, and at least in my opinion. And I just, I love this product. I can't wait to get my hands on some more DJI products in the future, and I'm really looking forward to some of their higher end products that they have. But yeah, ultimately it was awesome. This is the last little bit here. It has, the DJI itself has quite a bit of technology on it, and on the bottom of the advanced and the professional, like I have, has a little sensor plate on it. So it recognized that I was doing something that I maybe shouldn't be, and I can turn that off, down the road. But anyways, it just shot back up in the air, and it kind of freaked me out, so I decided to land it here. And there are some other technologies that I haven't quite utilized yet, like Follow Me or waypoint tracking. So those are all things that I'll play with in the future and figure out. And no trespassing, but I don't think that counts for the air. So up in the space of above the land, I think I'm safe. But anyways, this is my little landing here. I was trying to find a relatively dry spot here in the mud to land in, and yeah, it was fun, man. I had a great time, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thanks.